I'm like, interesting times.
It'll be interesting to see what happens, right?
Good morning and welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, July 20th. Sorry for being a couple minutes late here.
Jeannie wasn't paying attention.
Jeannie has been elsewhere in her mind most of the morning.
I was up early working. Michelle, do you want to pitch some classes today? Yeah.
Okay. So,
Woo! Ready for? Look how handsome Patrick looks. He just got his hair cut
it's Super Clips.
at Super Clips. Like, when's the last time you went to Super Clips?
I've never been to, it was actually Sport Clips, and I don't think I've ever been to a Super Clips or a Sport Clips. You know what I've decided I can't do is I can't, like the same guy cut my hair for a decade and he was like the best. But if I didn't have a standing appointment with him every 5 weeks, like you couldn't get in to see him. If I missed my appointment or if something came up and I wasn't able to make it, he's like, I can see you at 1 o'clock 3 weeks from now. It was worse than making a doctor's appointment. And then he left. And the guy
Isn't that the worst when your hair person that you love leaves? It's so traumatic.
So
they know you. You have history.
Well, you know, it
wasn't
like, it didn't seem that traumatic to me because I didn't really know how good he was at cutting my hair. And he was really good at cutting Kai's hair. Like, it always looked great. It was always exactly the same. He did exactly what we wanted. Like, you know how sometimes, well, this is a guy thing. I don't know how this works for ladies, but like, sometimes you're like, this is what I want. And then they give you exactly what they always give you. And they don't do what you want because that's like the haircut they do. So, so the guy he recommended that cut my hair, who was at this, so he owned a barber salon, a barber shop, and he sold the barber shop to another guy. But that guy, who'd also cut my hair and was great, had so many clients that he was like, I can't really take you on because I left you a message just a couple of minutes ago, Carolyn. I'll be calling you this morning. Yesterday's live stream's worth watching. So, that's Cindy Lehman wasn't able to watch yesterday. Well, we're going to talk more about it today. So anyways, the guy that he recommended was like the world's nicest guy. But like after the haircut, I'd get home and there'd be like 34 errant hairs. And the guy was like super nice and super friendly. So the whole time I was in there, he was barbershopping, just talking to everybody in the shop. And I feel like he was distracted, and Kai's hair was the same. So
because he's talking to everybody but you.
Well, he was talking to us too, but he's like, so like he's like clipping hair and like turning around and talking to somebody and then clipping hair. And so we very politely let him know that.
Did you break up with him?
Well, I wasn't like, I'm not coming to see you anymore. I was like, I'll reach out to you the next time I need an appointment.
Isn't that the worst, breaking up with your hairstylist?
You know, what are you going to do? Be like, dude, your haircuts suck. And then I went to Sport Clips yesterday and
look, you look amazing.
Well, no, but then at the same time, it made me go, God, those really were really bad haircuts. Like,
Patrick he had two ladies working on him yesterday. One was like massaging his lipoma.
Well, no, she had like a stick massager because they were I was like the last,
massager?
You know, like one of the ones with like almost like a Theragun.
Yeah. Well, is it?
They're like, you're a first time customer, you get a free massage, and I'm like, really? And they're like, so it was fast. It was like 20 minutes, but it was a good haircut. And I was like, wow, this is like a totally different experience. I think I'm a super Sport Clips customer now.
Well, but you have to go back to them because they did such a good job.
Well,
right?
what, I have to go in at like 6:10 when they close at 6:30. I felt bad. I was like, you girls are staying for me? The one girl was like totally done, and she's like, no, I'll stay for you. I'll do your massage. I'm like, all right, this is awesome. So anyways, keeping it so hard to find one. So, let's talk closeout sale. So we're actually going to talk about a couple things really fast because I've got a lot that I need to deal with this morning, and I'm going to take off from the live stream. So, so we actually got a lot of calls yesterday from people asking about trading in their baby locks on Brother machines. And most of those customers, I don't want to say a lot, I had a handful of calls from people that were like, I've been thinking about the fact that, I'd like to buy a new machine and, I don't want to wait. And, this is one of those, I never ask people, hey, trust me. I know most of you who watch the live stream trust us, but this is totally a trust my motives scenario. I did a lot of fishing when I had the conversation with our rep on Tuesday. And one of the things that I heard from that rep was there's some new things coming in 2024. So just to address anybody who's watching the live stream from yesterday or watching the live stream today about closeouts and stuff like that, I am going to close out the baby lock machines that I have in the store. I'm not really doing like a crazy closeout on Surgers because as I work to find something to fill that space, and quite frankly, baby lock's current pricing on Surgers is not a high margin endeavor anyways. They've kept the pricing from National Serger Month and they're very aggressively priced as is. So if you want a serger, I've got baby lock sergers right now. We can get you one. But the specific thing I will tell you for my Solaris ladies, if you it doesn't matter, Margaret, they're the same machines. So,
yeah. So if one comes out with one, the other one will too, because it's the same machine.
So, and that's not to be a smart aleck, but it was the baby lock.
I get that all the time from him, Margaret. So don't feel bad.
So anybody who has a Solaris, don't worry. We'll continue to support you. No need to apologize, Margaret. It's they're just the same machine. So the advice I have, we did have people that reached out that were like, I'm concerned, want to continue to support you. I've been thinking about Brother anyways, and this is what I'm thinking about. My advice for anybody that's considering that, as happy as I would be to sell somebody a Luminaire and for somebody that I'll make an amazing deal if we were to do that. But I think it's worth waiting to see what happens next year before we do that. And I think some things are coming that may make more sense. It's really hard. And this is what I told everybody I spoke to about this subject yesterday. I have to structure a deal that makes sense for me. And sometimes I feel like those deals don't make sense for you. I go, sometimes you're better off taking a nationally advertised price than you are trying to work a trade in, because I can't afford to give you all the machine is worth in your trade in. This is stupid business for me, right? Because I'm basically telling you to hold on to your machines until 2024 and launch season happens around now. But if anybody's thinking about that, unless you're dead set on having a Luminaire, wait
1 more year.
Just give us a year and we'll have exciting news to discuss with you.
We think, yeah.
So So that's all we're going to say about
We
that.
don't want you to have to upgrade and then upgrade again
Yeah.
immediately.
Well,
right?
and you know, quite frankly, Solaris to Luminaire isn't necessarily an upgrade if everything's, you know, and so regarding upgrades, I do have some baby lock upgrades left. So somebody called yesterday to say, do you have baby lock upgrades? I've got a couple of them. We're still honoring those prices. The same is true with our Luminaires. So, you know, we did the deal of 1,049, which is a crazy deal when you think about the
With the
fact
hoop.
that the hoop by itself is $999.99. No, I'm saying wait till 2024. I'm not telling you if you don't have a Luminaire not to buy one. But if you had a Solaris and you were talking about trading in, then wait.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you don't have a Solaris or Luminaire, come talk to me immediately. But then let's talk really quickly about our closeout. So I'm going to throw some prices out there.
Get out your pen and paper.
I have a Solaris in store. It's our demo. We do classes on it. I don't know. Will you go look at stitch count really fast? It's not a super high stitch machine. So Lynn, quite frankly, we've been buying most of our, and I'll give you an easy example. I've been buying almost all of our luggage from Brothers. So if you're interested in luggage, I would tell you right away that the luggage for the Brother machine is significantly nicer than the luggage for the Solaris. You get the luggage, you get a padded, very secure, like old school embroidery unit case. You also get cases and covers for your jewel case and for the machine. So to answer your question, I have crazy deals on the luggage for the Luminaire. So if you're looking for luggage for your Solaris, let's talk, because I'll make you a crazy deal on the Brother luggage, and quite frankly, it's worth it. It's much nicer. I actually haven't bought the Solaris luggage for a while because Brother made some improvements. Company called Designio is making this luggage, and it's really nice. And the machines are heavy. We've seen broken wheels on luggage. The wheels are replaceable, like the wheels pop off. And so, you know, with the Solaris luggage, we have like wheel sets, and replacing those wheel sets as those wheels break is not an uncommon thing. So I would definitely recommend the Luminaire luggage over the Solaris luggage. So reach out to me because I'll make you a crazy deal. I'm going to save you hundreds of dollars on that. And I did a special purchase. Regarding baby lock accessories, most of the accessories we've been selling outside of feet, because we constantly had replenished our baby lock feet, had come from Brother anyways. And this is part of what we were talking about yesterday. Easy example, and this is a real-time example. That 5x7 hoop that we're running those special prices on, and we'll talk more about that. We've got 6 coming.
Oh, you ordered them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and then let's.
It's the same hoop. It's manufactured by Brother. Brother sells it. Baby Lock sells it. My wholesale cost on the Baby Lock hoop was $50 higher than the Brother hoop. So when you start talking deals, I'll make a crazy deal on the Brother extension table and the Brother luggage, because quite frankly, the extension table's the same and my price is better because my wholesale cost is better and the luggage is nicer, and I got really good deals on the luggage too. So, so regarding the Solaris and the Luminaire, most of what we've been selling anyways, like most of the hoops we did our hoop deal on, were Brother because my pricing was so much better on them. Any chance luminaires will be able to be shipped in the future?
Maybe.
Possibly. I don't think so. Baby Lock has made no bones about the fact that they, in fact, at one point we were told to expect by the end of the year to see Solaris capable of being sold. That said, I can ship this luminaire because Baby Lock can't tell me what to do anymore.
Wait, the Solaris.
I can ship this Solaris because Baby Lock can't tell me what to do anymore. It would be sold as new, meaning it's sold as a new product. You'd be the first registered owner.
With a warranty.
First, like full warranty, whole 9 yards.
It's not sold as new because it's a demo machine.
No, it's sold,
However,
meaning it is new. It is treated as new from the manufacturer.
Yes.
There's no confusion there.
Yeah. So it would have a full warranty.
So it has a full warranty. According to Baby Lock, you're the first owner of the machine. The machine has 1.2 million stitches on it. It has been our display since December. Could you just go handle that, please?
Since December, that's it?
It's since December, that's it.
Okay.
So, there's somebody up front. So just call Dax up, please. So, that said, it is our demo machine. It would be serviced, inventoried, reboxed, and reset. What that means is you would receive it with 0 service stitches. It has all updates and everything on it. And no financing, and you'd need to pay for shipping. But I'll do it for $11,000. And if anybody's really serious and wants to wheel and deal, call me and we'll wheel and deal on that machine specifically. That said, I've got an Altair in the store. The Altair, do you mind checking stitch count on the Altair?
Yeah.
Altair is our demo machine. There's a national special on the Altair right now. They're normally $14,000 machines. The Altair has been used as our demo, I think, since September of last year. It's been used for classes. We've demoed the machine. Less happens on the Altair than the Solaris and the Luminaire in the store. That machine I will do for $59.99.99. Crazy deal on the Altair. I have an aerial in the store. The aerial's normally $9,000. The national deal on the aerials $64.99.99. I will do this one for $44.99.99. So I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of smaller Baby Lock machines.
It has like 100 million stitches. 110.
100.
Oh no, 110,000.
Like 100.
110,000. Kind of the same.
Yeah, not the same at all. But so the Altair really not heavily used at all. 110,000 stitches. Same thing. All these machines would be serviced, zeroed, inventory, shipped to you, full warranty, completely registered, etc. And then I've got smaller machines, and I'm talking about machines like the Accord, the Verve, the Bloom, and the 100 million. No, it's 100,000. The Bloom and the Aurora, which are kind of smaller format, like 4x4 and 5x7 machines. Those machines, I'm looking to cover my cost and maybe 10%. So if you're in the market for one of these machines that we're closing out, let's close it out. I've got a Baby Lock Venture. So a display 10 needle. I will do the Venture. The Venture's a little bit more difficult because it's got to be freighted. Retail on the Venture is basically $24,000. I'll do it for $11,000. Way better if you're local. I'm like literally just trying to replace these machines and cover my expense to replace these machines with the brother deals.
Yeah.
So
instead of 24.
Yeah, and the Venture I looked at yesterday. I've actually had a bunch of interest about the Venture. I don't have a box for the Venture. Are you
sure?
I'm positive. And so that's one of the challenges around the Venture is, although once again, I can ship it, I'm going to have to freight it to you, and I'd have to figure out a box scenario. I can always buy a box from Brother and have them ship me a box, but those are a couple $100. But like, we'd have to figure that out. I have sent used 10 needles before because I used it to send back a machine that was replaced.
But they didn't send us a box
Well,
back?
that box went
Does
home.
anyone have a box? Well, can't they give us the box?
Well, I might be able to find a box. So if you're out of town, I can ship all these. Like freight on the 10 needles, probably somewhere in the $500 range.
With insurance. Because we would send it insured.
I've got a Ballad. So the Ballad is their second from the top of the line sewing machine. It used to be called the Ariel.
Are you writing these all down? So
I know all of them. That machine now retails for $67.99.99.
So almost $7,000.
I don't know where's my phone?
I can't
Can I see your phone?
I can't even keep track of my phone.
Could you hand me your phone?
Oh, look. Here's my phone.
I think there's a national deal on the Ballad right now. And that national deal, do they want to cut? Are they cutting down boxes? So, and we sold a number of machines yesterday. So right now, the national deal on the Ballad is $49.99.99. This one has been in my shop. It's been on display since maybe September. I will do, it is a crazy deal on the Venture. I already know that one. I need the Ballad. That's where you were walking.
I didn't know you were asking me for the Ballad.
The Ballad I will do for $29.99.99. I am like literally just trying to move these machines and replace them with the Brother machines. So crazy opportunity to get a crazy deal. I can ship all of it because it's baby lock and it doesn't matter. I can ship all of it. 60,000 stitches on the Ballad, which is nothing. Once again, serviced, zeroed, fully inventoried prior to being shipped. The only thing I don't have original boxes for is the Venture. And if you are really interested in the Venture, we can go from there. Number of people have asked about, our ability to support machines in the future. I will handle your machine as it's under warranty. That said, what I've told anybody who's called is, listen, like if I'm not a baby lock dealer, and other baby lock dealers may go, well, the warranty isn't covered if a baby lock dealer isn't working on it. That is not true. I've sold a lot of machines in areas like Montana where they don't have a baby lock dealer and they have a Brother dealer. Legally, they can't invalidate the warranty as long as genuine parts are used, and genuine parts would be used. And but that said, I'm not going to hold anybody to that. Like if somebody's uncomfortable with that, wants to buy the machine from me, have it serviced and handled elsewhere, I'm fine with that too. What I'm trying to do is make it so that it doesn't make sense not to buy these machines while they are such a good deal. If there are other machines in the lineup that you want to see, let me know. I've got some unopened machines in the back. I haven't really talked much about those machines. I did sell, yeah, they're crazy, Anetta, and I owe you a call too. And if any of those prices are going to work for you, call me, because what happened yesterday was immediately after the live stream, the store went nuts, and it was nuts all day. And we had Jeannie in the
wasn't that so much
in the back
fun?
for the sew along.
We had such a good time. We were doing like lettering.
Call me at the store, and the number for the store is 775-852-2323. Once again, that's 775-852-2323. I will be selling all the long arms in the store. I've got a regalia with Pro Stitcher. Reach out to me about that one.
And we have a coronet.
I've got a coronet.
Do we have a used coronet too? We sold it.
I already sold the used coronet.
Okay. So we have a coronet and
a regalia. And we'll see
regalia
what
with
happens
Pro
today.
Stitcher.
I might end up with another machine. I gotta work something out with somebody.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Heather. That is indeed the number for the store.
So Alice had asked about a special on 8x12 hoops. I don't even have any right now, but Patrick and I are doing an order. So we're doing 8x12s. We are doing we'll do all the hoops. I don't think it's going to be Christmas list pricing. It's not going to be Christmas list pricing. But we'll do special pricing on that. So Alice, I'll let you know. And I think all that stuff's in stock.
It's all in stock
so we should
at this
get it.
point.
It shouldn't take months. We should get it in like a week or two.
So, we will be shifting. I've got an anecdote, actually.
Let's hear it.
So yesterday, immediately after the live stream, I had somebody come in about a product that's been here for almost 2 months. And I ended up on the phone with one of our suppliers who will remain unnamed, but we've been talking a lot about them lately. And I said, hey, I ordered something under warranty on June 30th, and I haven't seen it ship yet. And I told the customer to expect it last week because we were on vacation the first week of July. And the response was, well, we only have one person handling warranties, so we're 30 days behind. And I immediately thought to myself, and this is why we're doing what we're doing. So that said, we will be shifting buying behavior. And what that means for you guys is we bought a lot of stuff through Sewing Central at Baby Lock because our minimums were low enough that when we bought the stuff, it would ship right away. Our minimums with Brother were higher. So
they're like 3 times as high.
So, but Jeannie yesterday was like, what are we going to do? Because we're, we've always bought this stuff through Baby Lock. And my response was, well, we do like 4 orders a month. So, but the reality is
it might take longer to get some stuff through Brother.
And when I say longer, I mean like a week or 2 weeks longer, because what we're going to need to do is shift that kind of weekly buying behavior to either bi-weekly or tri-weekly buying behavior. But you should really not see any difference in what's going on there. You're still going to see really good deals, and it's all the same stuff. So, okay. I am here today in the morning. I am out this afternoon on deliveries. And I'm out of the store on Saturday. So if you want to deal with me and with Closeout, like if you really want something
Patrick
and you want to deal in deal.
I'm the demo girl. Patrick
You got to make her
is-
really angry for her to be like, I own the store.
I've only said that once in 8 years. Anyways, so
You know, so there's Shelley Buckingham. Kind of off topic, but any idea what lifetime stitches a Solaris can go? So it's like, that's like asking how much mileage can you put on a car. And there, once again, this is not to be a smart aleck, but just to have an analogy.
like 25 million.
You can
When
put
start
you can put
repairing.
you can put 100 million stitches on a machine, but you're going to have to invest in the upkeep and maintenance of that machine. So the what I tell anybody about the machines, and so some of you are people that like, I see you every 4 months and you put 3 million stitches on your machine every 4 months. And once we see that a couple of times, Jeannie and I are like, we need to talk to you about a multi-needle. The other thing I would tell you, by the way, is I've got a Brother 6 needle. I can ship the 6 needle. Brand new, inbox, unopened. I purchased it for somebody in December who decided they didn't want to buy it. The deal on the 6 needle right now, they're normally $15,000. The deal's like almost 12. It's $11,999.99.
But why would you get that if you could get the 10 needle?
Well, but if somebody wants a brand
If
new
you want the
6
brother.
needle
Yeah.
and you want a brother, I'll do the 6 needle. Like, I'm really interested in moving it because I want to recycle a bunch of our inventory. I'll do it for $8,000.
Wow. Okay, so 8,000 for the 6 needle, 11,000 for the 10 needle,
Yes.
11,000 for the
And
10
if you're out
needle.
of town, I'm going to have to figure out some logistics around the 10 needle. So like if I have somebody that commits to the 10 needle, then I will, then I might need a day or two to figure out the logistics of getting a box and all that stuff. And then I have to calculate freight. It's just light enough to send FedEx freight. And I think UPS is now offering something about that as well. But that said, Lynn, you don't have to live in Reno to take advantage of these deals because I can ship this stuff.
And we're only
So-
a Zoom and live feed away.
Yes.
So,
Oh, Shelley,
had asked
lifetime
about,
stitches. What I tell anybody is
well, we recommend service at 3 million.
3 million stitches. Like if you
Every 3
service
million
after
stitches.
3 million stitches, your machine gets stuck in reverse. We have to remove and repair the feed dog mechanism in that cam, which we've become very proficient at, but it drastically increases the cost of your service. And like I've had a lot of customers from outside of Reno ship me machines to have that work done because they don't want to wait for the 3 to 5 week turnaround to have a machine sent back to Baby Lock. There are a lot of dealers that don't do that service. It's complicated. And Dax and I and Alex are all very good at doing that service. We learned how to do it. Like we actually identified the problem, came up with the 3 million stitch count with Baby Lock QA, and came up with the most efficient way to do the service with Baby Lock QA, and we're good at it. So that said, it's not the end of the world, but you don't want to do it because you don't want to go to that expense. 3 million stitches is when your service interval is. I also, especially in this environment, like the dry desert environment. So if you're in the desert Southwest, I would say you have to service your machine at least every 2 years. 18 months would be better. We see a lot of locked up machines. Terry, call me. The only machine that I really have enough margin on to make like a super crazy deal would be the Accolade. The national deal price on the Accolade is good, but I can do better. Like the Victory, the Celebrate, the Triumph, their prices are pretty low, but I'm always willing to wheel in deals. So come and see me, or call me. Regarding the combo machines, we recommend what I call modular replacement and that's my own word, we recommend modular replacement at somewhere between 22 to 25 million stitches. Because what starts to happen, and this is not a warranty issue, because it's a wear issue.
Like
it's
tires.
There's something called normal use doctrine, and you run up against normal use doctrine when you start hitting these stitch counts. The needle bar and the hook assembly and the feed dog assembly will develop play. And like we've seen it like with these super high, like we've seen it a couple of times where somebody puts 25 million stitches on a machine in like 2 years. You will literally start to see metal filings in those machines. Like we've had to accelerate some of the service intervals for some of these folks because they use the machine so heavily. The machine operates hot a lot, and you get wear and tear. Feed dog module retails for about $1,100, and the needle bar module is about the same. But what happens is because you develop play in these things, stuff will start happening, like your needle will start hitting your hook, which not only breaks needles and causes you frustration, but also does additional damage to the machine. Or the timing on the machine is just slightly off, and that's because the gears around the hook drive assembly are worn enough that the hook isn't necessarily where it thinks it is. And so you're talking about, normally when I do these services for you, lots of bells and whistles. Yes, Kathy, you want a lyric.
Oh,
you want a lyric.
We can do a lyric or
the aerial.
Lyric, aerial, or the
5,000. But I'd go lyric or 5,000.
Kathy, I'll call you.
Yeah, like I've got a brand new machine, unopened box that I've had on Closeout, half price. It's a beautiful sewing machine. I sold a couple of them yesterday. The people that were like, I'm coming right now. So it's got everything that you're talking about and more. But I've got two options at two different price points.
So stuff wears out on the Solaris, but you've got
you have options. So the last time, and I did one of these services in early June where we did modular replacement on a Solaris. I think I discounted the needle bar and the feed dog module, and like it should be like a $500 labor repair. I think I did the labor for like $350, and it was like $2,400 after tax. So quite frankly, that's lesser expensive than you're going to pay anywhere else. Like if a company sends it back to Baby Lock, you're going to pay MSRP plus their labor rate. But this is a good customer, somebody who's bought a lot of machines from us. And I always work those kind of deals because I know this stuff is expensive. If you do those are the big services. And so we serviced a machine that had like a couple 100 million stitches on it. Remember Epps machine?
Oh my God, and that was fast.
Had 200 million stitches on it. It was the brother's equivalent of the Elissimo. It was a Quattro, and I did a couple modular replacements for her. I ultimately, the last time I did those modular replacements, I got those parts, I put them in the machine, I sold the machine for $1,500. So it is totally possible to keep a machine running indefinitely, but it's like a car. You have to be willing to maintain it.
Yes, and there'll be some work and money that goes into keeping a machine. So did we answer all the questions? I feel like
so last question was from, and you know what we haven't done for a while, and we'll do it maybe next Friday, is maybe next Friday, will you make a note in your thing? Let's do a tech Q&A, because we haven't done that for a while.
Oh,
but I feel like the ladies and gentlemen like that. So next Friday, our live stream will be focused on technical questions.
Yeah.
Tech questions.
Ryan's back, which means shipping should be a little more efficient.
How was it? How was
Very fun.
New Mexico? Was good.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
And Marlene, I went home early, and that's why you didn't get a call yesterday. Patrick and I kind of left when the store closed yesterday.
I had to get my hair cut.
But I
It's
just
4
put your
clips.
stuff together, and just so you know, the pouches are I gotta check my shipping confirmation, but and I should have a sample to show you tomorrow. The black fold-up tote, the leather tote for Halloween. The pre-order, the auto ship went out. I think it went out yesterday. Hopefully it went out yesterday. If it went out yesterday, I will have those on Friday. If it didn't go out, comes out today, I'll have them the beginning of next week. So, Marlene, you had some of those on order. I don't know if you want me to wait or just send out everything that I have right now. The other auto ship that went out was the rust-colored pillow blanket. So that is also shipped out.
I just keep hearing credit card. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Oh, yeah, Patrick and I had to talk last night about that. And I was like, my stomach was like, I'm like, are we okay?
Yeah, everything's
says, yes,
fine. Everything's fine. But, like,
I never
you just
think we're
can't
okay.
have the $65,000
You know what
credit
he
card
did?
months.
He had to talk with Mario and so told Mario, if you tell her to just get it, she'll get it. And the last time he came in, he was like, just get it. And I said yes to all of it. And it all showed up.
So
And I didn't even
that
get
said,
it all.
are we doing some Moda sales next week too?
Yes. We will be doing some Moda sales. And if you go online right now, is it Blizzard? Something Blizzard? I have that on sale. I also have, I think, all like we're going to have
But we need to pull it up here and talk about it. So that's on Tuesday.
Okay.
Are we going to have an exciting giveaway this month?
Haven't even thought about it, but it is going to be so exciting. It's so exciting. It's always so exciting. Wasn't last week exciting? I think we'll do a couple. Maybe it won't be as big, and we'll just do a couple.
I didn't forget Marlene.
Just wait and send. Yes. I put your stuff in a pile. I have Sacramento Girl pile right over there. And your hoop is over there too, now that I know who it was for. Because I did forget that last one. Alice asked me, had heard that there was going to be a pattern for this. And Alice, I don't know if you got my response, but I emailed my rep this morning. This is that confetti table topper, and she confirmed there is no pattern, but there will be a demo from Kim on how she puts this together. I still think we should do a little paper piecing thing, and I still think we should do a challenge on this. We haven't put together parameters or anything like that, so maybe I can do that in the next couple of days. But I think this should be a challenge, the confetti table topper, and I think it should go through the end of July, because I think most likely you're not actually going to be stitching with Kim on the day of the Kimberbell Day event. I think you're going to have the recording, you're going to watch it, and then you're going to do it on your own. So that gives us a little more time where you could come up with something really special on the border and just creating a border. So I will do measurements. Or maybe we'll just do some kind of table topper. Maybe measurements will be like super loosey-goosey, and you can do whatever you want. You could embroider the border, you could piece the border, you could do whatever you want, and we'll make it a challenge with a really fun prize. Don't you think we should do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get to work. I got to get cash in the register and get ready for all kinds of stuff. All right. Bye, ladies.
So, I stitched this out last night. So this is going to be, and I recorded it, but oh my God, I got to the very end, and this was tough to turn inside out because it's laminated cotton on the inside, and then it was a layer of medium cutaway. And when I went to turn it inside out, it was a little tough. So I know with vinyl, you can kind of warm it up and it gets soft, and then you can turn it really easily. So with this, I go, oh, why don't we just warm it up? I took an iron that just been sitting there for a while, so it was a little bit warm, and I just held it to it, and I flipped it over and held it to it. When I went to turn it inside out, the two pieces of fusible vinyl stuck together. And I was like, You gotta be kidding me. Because it was the very end. It was like the last part. And it's probably about an hour-long project. So I was able to kind of grab it and pull it apart, flip it, and then re-adhere the vinyl. So I think I need to redo that video. And the video was so good too. I was like, you know, when you do a project and you're like, I nailed it. It was going so well. You feel so good about it. And then I turned my corners. I was like, be careful with your corners. Don't be, I call it being corner greedy, where you want that corner to be so sharp. Don't be corner greedy. And I went right through the corner. And I used the big fat end. I think I was just being corner greedy. But it's really, really cute. The second sample I do in the video will be awesome. Because I feel like I did some stuff that was going to save you time. Anyways, they want you to see. So these are the cam snaps that I was talking about. Some of you have, some have clear, some have red, some have green. So you might have one of the three. And instead of having to sew on the snaps, you need an awl, which I just added to the supply list. It wasn't, I sent out the supply list last night. I'd forgotten that. So this morning I put it on there. You need an awl to poke the hole. It'll make it easier. And it's an awl's just like, I don't know, it's just like a nail on a stick. You know, it just pokes a hole. And make sure you have 2 outies and 2 innies. You're going to have 4 of these, and they look like, these look like a tack, because it needs to be on the inside too. You need 4 of those, and then you'll have 2 outies and 2 innies. So make sure you have that. And you need pliers. So if you are going to use the cam snaps, just get them. They're on Amazon. It's like $20. You can get the pliers and some additional snaps. So you can just get all of that. It's worth having. Like, anytime I can use, like, look how cute these are. So this is the one that, I don't think I showed this to you yesterday. This is the one that I did with laminated cotton and Pro Care on the inside. I ran out of Pro Care. We just sold out, but I will be getting more. I don't know if I'll have it. It comes from Canada. I don't know if I'll have it in time for you to have for the class. But this has the Pro Care. This is food grade, and it is it's watertight and it's airtight too. So I love Pro Care. And the thing I love best about it is regular fabric. If you're using it with food, it's going to start to smell. This doesn't hold this stink, and it's pre-laminated, and so I don't know. 8x8, this happens in the 8x8 hoop. This happens in the 5x7. Your kit is going to be kitted with this for the 5x7, and it's super fun. You can make this and put like dry stuff in it. You could throw in like all of your wonder clips, or you know, any bits and pieces. Throw in a whole bunch of your needles, whatever you want to put in here, you can throw in here. So let me look at your. You don't know how to do paper piecing? I will teach you. If I can get my expletive together, then I'll create a paper piecing pattern and we'll do it together. Could we do a flip and sew in the hoop? Yeah, that's honestly, I thought she was going to give us a pattern for a flip and sew pattern. I thought these squares were going to be pieced in the hoop when I saw it. So, but we could absolutely do that. If somebody finds a great paper piecing pattern or a flip and sew pattern, please share it with me. Cheryl, we're going to make it a challenge so you can do whatever you want with that. Right now, I'm just seeing if I can answer all these questions. KB wouldn't be. Although KB Day won't be recorded, she is recording the technique that she's using to create this table topper. So as long as you register through Eventbrite, not through our website, you have to go to the Kimberbell event website, and they have their email. They're going to be sending that to you. I know, it would be beneficial, right? Part would be recorded. Haven't made that yet, but does it come in larger sizes? That's good. Yes. It comes in this size, which happens in the 8x12 hoop, and this happens in the 5x7 hoop. So there's 2 different sizes for this. You're not limited to that. You can blow it up. If you want to make a big old one to fill up your 10.5 by 16 inch hoop, you can do that. You can totally blow it up. So you're not limited to those sizes, but there are 2 sizes in the pattern. There's going to be the 5x7, the 8x12. You won't get your pattern until August 1st. Ice pick. Ice pick. Yes, you can use an ice pick. How do I keep? I have no idea, Rebecca. Cam snaps are awesome. Everyone should own them. Just buy the set right now. That looks larger. Coming today. Yard at home. Tana, no, keep it. Keep your stuff. I'm gonna order more. You're so sweet. Have you ever used the Heat and Bond liquid vinyl? I have never used that, but tell me more about that. If that's something we could use later on. Liquid vinyl sounds amazing. Okay, as far as what size squares to make, that's like part of the reason I haven't sent you anything on it. But for all of this, it's 13 fat 16ths. Fat 16ths are 9 inches by 11 inches. So if this part here is going to be square, you've got 9 inches. So you've got 9 inches, and then the two of these split are going to be approximately 4.5 inches, right? So maybe because you're going to have that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So maybe it's like 5 inches. So maybe these are measured out and they're all going to be 5 inches, something like that. So we'll figure that out. If anyone wants to figure it out and share it with the group, you could do that too, but I will try and work on that as well. How do you blow it up? What are we blowing up? Cindy, I want to blow it up. Okay, I gotta get going, but that is ready. I'm gonna be working this morning. I actually sat down treats for my boo. This Friday will be 3 weeks. So 3 weeks before a Kimberbell event, they reach out to me and they ask me for my final numbers. And then I always order like 10 more kits because we always end up selling those in the 3 weeks. We will, once we get those next week, we'll start putting them all together. We add the stabilizer, so we'll add all the stabilizer and then we'll start shipping them out. I'm almost done with the supply list. There are a couple of things you're going to need, like you're going to need fusible thread. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you might not have. Fusible thread was the big thing. Black pre-wound bobbins, that would be really helpful too. And then there's some thread colors that you might want to get. So if you're doing treats for my boo, or you're on the fence, sign up so we can guarantee you your kit. And then just know that your kits will probably go out sometime next week. Yeah, I'll probably get them like the middle of the week, so they'll probably go out at the end of the week. And I think that's it. Hey, Michelle, do you want to mention a couple of the classes that you have going on?
Yeah. Can I get back with you with that?
So Michelle has some we usually don't do many classes in July, but once August kicks in, we're going to have some more classes. We're going to have some events. Michelle has some really, really, really fun classes that she's going to be doing.
Hello. So I want to go through some of the classes that we have, and I'm going to go through the basic classes first because we always need to have the basics. Yeah. We always need to have the basics. So I'm going to go through some of the machine usage classes, some of the accessory classes, things like that, features on your machines. If you bought your Luminaire Solaris from us, these classes are complimentary, so please call the store. If you didn't buy these classes from us, you can still come. We would love to have you join us. There's just a nominal fee that we have to charge you for the class, and you can sign up for it online. All of these are already posted online. So the first one coming up is a Luminaire and Solaris sewing features class. This is not teaching you how to sew. This is teaching you the amazing things and features that you have on the sewing side of your Luminaire and Solaris. It's going to be on Wednesday, August the 2nd from 10:30 to 1:30. Don't worry if you cannot be present for that Zoom class, because the wondrous thing of Zoom is we record it, so you can watch it anytime. You can rewatch it as many times as you need to. We'll be going through every part, every sewing feature on your Solaris or Luminaire. The second regular class is the Baby Lock and Brother accessory class. Suzanne teaches this class for us. She does an amazing job. So she goes through all of those feet, including any buttonhole foot you might have on any of the Brother Baby Lock sewing machines from the beginning to the end of the line. And that one's going to happen on Thursday, August 10th from 10 to 1. The next sewing or embroidery or sewing machine usage class is going to be a Luminaire Solaris embroidery features class. This is where we teach you about all of the embroidery features, how to combine features, how to combine letters, how to make letters with embroidery designs, all kinds of fun stuff. How to and at least 5 ways of how to position without using tape or any other way of marking on your fabric. We're going to go over the projector. We're going to go over the snowman sticker. We're going to go over the live camera view. All of those features are covered in this class. That one is going to be on Wednesday, August the 16th from 10:30 to 1:30. Again, you can sign up for it on the website. And then we have a Luminaire and Solaris Upgrade 3 class. So if you have a Luminaire or Solaris Original, a Luminaire or Solaris 2, or a Luminaire 3 or a Baby Lock Solaris Vision, Upgrade 3 was one of the most exciting. No, Terry, I'm sorry. These are all, we have some coming up shortly for Stellar, but no, this is not. These are just Luminaire or Solaris. The Upgrade 3 class covers the edge-to-edge quilting. It covers the very cool couching letter you've got that now is looks kind of like, I think it kind of looks like chenille. All of the features that you got in that Upgrade 3. That one's going to be on Wednesday, August the 23rd from 10:30 to 3. That's an all-day class. And then we have a Luminaire and Solaris IQ or Design Center class. That one's always fun. We show you all the features on the Luminaire and the Solaris in the IQ or Design Center portion of the machine. That one's on August the 31st from 10:30 to 1:30. And then, okay, for Stellar people, we have that IQ Design Center for the Stellar, the Altair, the Meridian. That one's Wednesday, September the 6th from 10:30 to 1:30. All of these you can find on our website. And you can sign up for them. If you're local, call us. Or if you're out of town, you can sign up at, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're local and you bought your machine from us, just call us and we'll sign you up for the class. There's no charge. If you bought your machine somewhere else, then you can actually go sign up. Now, I have a couple of fun classes coming up. This is the Aunties 2 Tupelo tote, and it's a very fun little cute bag using
You should enter that.
using not fat quarters, but jelly roll strips. And then when I open it up, I have a couple of pockets on the inside. I have my rest of my supplies in there. And this was really a fun sew. I've had this pattern for a while, and when the Hoffman colors came out, I love these blue colors. So this one's online. This one is going to be on Wednesday, August 9th from 10:30 to 1:30. There's some kits available. Again, it's called the Aunties 2 Tupelo Tag-Along. And the class will be from 10:30 to 1:30. There is some prep work involved, but there is a Facebook group for it set up. It's on the supply list, and the prep videos are in there. Isn't that fun? It's just a great size.
How long is the class?
The class is 2 hours. So the bag is shown in the pattern 3 different ways, either without the pocket panel, or with the pocket panel, or with a credit card slot panel. So you won't be sewing the pocket panel in class, but I posted a tutorial video in that Facebook group on how to prepare that pocket panel, and I will be actually sewing it into the bag in class. Jeannie's got the kit here, so the kit comes with all of the fabric, the decor bond that you need for the pocket panel, your zippers, and pre-cut batting on a roll. I love that pre-cut batting on a roll.
The only thing that's not going to be in there are the buttons. So
Yeah,
you do
no
have
buttons.
to source your own buttons.
You have to source buttons.
But it's all, look at all those yummy fabrics. They're all put together. And this is the fabric from the Hoffman
It is.
100-year challenge.
So if you want
So
to
you can
go ahead,
all enter it.
you can all make the bag and enter the bag.
So, and then, do you know how much the kit is?
I don't remember.
But it's online.
It's online, yeah.
It's online. So you can sign up for it and get your super kit. I think we did you do 12?
I did 12.
So
yeah.
there's 12 kits. Can we kit more if we need to?
Of course.
And we can kit more if we need to. You know what a great job Michelle does in her classes, and there's so many helpful hints. And if you're a bag maker or you want to be a bag maker, you want to take your class with the best bag maker, here she is.
Cindy, not sure the price is online. It's all listed. I didn't write down what the price was on the bag.
Yeah, but
it's online.
And I think everyone gets different zippers, or the zippers all the same?
No, all the kits are exactly the same.
Okay, they'll all have that turquoise zipper that's
Yeah, it's
in
such
here.
a pretty color.
And these gorgeous blue fabrics, and you get a roll, and you're not even going to use the whole roll, so you'll have
No,
enough
so you
to-
can make more than one. Because,
Okay.
you know, who needs one when... Yes, Annetta, this is sewing only. There's no embroidery involved. No, it is a Auntie's 2 bag, Marlene, not an Annie's.
Oh, and the pattern's sold separately,
The
though,
patterns, and there's a link to everything. So if you click on to sign up for the class, there's a link that says click here to get the kit, click here to buy the pattern.
Okay,
so wherever
those
you
are sold
click.
separately, just in case somebody already had the pattern. We just like divided it out.
Yeah. So the next by Annie's is going to be this really cute name tag holder. So I don't know if you can see this.
And this is a by Annie's, so if you want to put, like, it's like a little lanyard, you can put that in.
And this is like zipper. So I used to use these a lot because you could put your show entry past whatever you get for like the quilt shows and stuff, and a little bit of change here. And then the best part, woohoo, cell phone fits in the back. So it's everything all together.
You know what I loved about this? Michelle, number one. Well, there's so many things I loved about it. Number one, the fabric. This is ombre confetti. So even though it looks like it's different fabrics because the shade, the ombre fabric, you know, it fades.
Yeah.
So it's like
I
goes
love
from
ombre.
lighter to darker.
I think ombre just really ups the ante a
She
little.
also, is this part of the class or a pre-class video?
So in the pre-class videos, for all of you multi-needle people, I gave you some love. I quilted my pattern or my fabric that we needed for the class. I quilted mine on my multi-needle. I have a little, it's one of those quick tips, but it's kind of a hack. When I go to do quilting like that on my multi-needle, I put on the tray table on the bottom, but I only hoop with the top of the hoop. I actually use two-sided tape.
Can you do that on the regular sit-down too?
You know what?
could
I've never
use
tried
just
that. I've never tried it.
Kind of like the just framed hoops that people use.
So with the difference between the multi-needle hoop is it has that really fat part of plastic on either side where you can put enough tape to hold it.
Sure.
You don't have that on the traditional hoop. So I haven't tried it. Doesn't mean it won't work. But all the other previous classes that I've done where we've had to quilt fabric, I've always done them on one of the domestic machines, either, you know, Solaris, Luminaire. I think I did it on the Altair, Stellaris once. I thought when I went to go do this, it was a small enough piece. I thought, ooh, the multi people need some love. So,
it looks like you used the same pattern and you blew it up a little bit here. Did you? Is it the same
no,
size?
it's all one piece.
Oh, it's all one piece.
It's all one piece.
Yeah, so if you want to learn how to use the fills in IQ Designer, you could even use like your
That's where that came from.
This came from the
fills in the IQ in Design Center on the multi-needle.
What I was going to say, though, you could even use, if you bought Motifs and Fills 1 or Motifs and Fills 2,
you absolutely could.
You could use the fills in there too, but this is going to be the fills that are in IQ Designer. And you have those on like all those machines that Michelle just listed.
And mine's an older multi-needle. Mine was one of the ones that first had Design Center, so I don't have as many fills as is on the multi-needles now, but that's...
What are you going to be doing with the people that don't have IQ Designer?
So
Straight
it's
line?
no, you know what?
Quilting?
No, the quilting has always been on their own. The quilting's
Okay.
on their own, so it's in there that
So you're
however
not doing
you.
this in the class?
No, that's why I
Okay.
filmed it. That's why I filmed
Okay,
it.
so
for
that
'em.
has to be done before the
That's
class.
part of
and
your
she
pre-class.
She filmed the video.
Yeah.
And then
Otherwise-
if you don't have fills, you could do straight lines.
Yeah, you can do
grid work
channel-
or
grid work,
anything
channel
like that. You
quilting.
could do, use your quilt bar and do serpentine or
It's
something like
quilt
that.
as desired. So if you really have that free motion juju that I totally lack desperately, you can free motion it. However you quilt it is completely up to you. It's not part of the class. it's such a small piece. It's like half of a fat quarter with foam, in
Yeah,
the middle.
it'll be so cute.
Yeah, it's not a lot. And that one's
There's
in
kits.
2 colors.
So here are your colors.
Pinks.
These are your kits that you can choose from. And order them soon so you can get them. And they're $15.99, which I think is super cheap.
And even includes your free pattern.
Yeah, and your pattern's in there too, so you don't have to buy a separate pattern. So that's in there too.
And that one is going to be Thursday, August 17th from 10:30 to 12:30.
Awesome.
And that's all I got. I'm working on a couple this morning. So one of the things that Jeannie and I sneak peek, yep, that's with the sewing machine, piping.
Lynn Geldmeyer, are you watching this? This is for you. So, and you used some fun feet, some fun technique.
I did. I used the I like to do piping on my sewing machine with the pearls and piping foot or the welting foot, because that way you can move your needle exactly where you need to do it. So I didn't have the welting foot here, so I just used the pearls and piping, and it was wonderful. I used it all the way through, and then we're doing it's just a lapped zipper. It opens up.
And we can kit this, right?
Yeah, we can. So open up.
So for those of you who don't have a serger and you want to make your Kimberbell pillows a little more special by adding piping, Michelle put this together for you. And of course, that pillow is going to be bigger and everything, but the technique is still going to be the same. And if you don't know how to properly put in a zipper, this is going to be where you can learn that.
So this is a sewing machine zipper. I think, and I was looking at Jeannie's pillow that she did on the serger, and truly, there's a big difference between what you can do on a serger and what you can do on a sewing machine. So cute. But I just kind of reverted back to my home deck days where I used to home deck everything. So it's always good to have another technique in your back pocket.
Yeah.
But piping, I love piping. I use piping a lot in bags. If you haven't noticed some of the bags that I make and sell, they are, I think piping is like putting a frame around a picture.
So for this, you're going to need, are you going to do the pearl foot? Can they do the welting foot?
I'm going to bring the other one in and see if you can get that one. And if not, then we're going to do it with the pearls and piping
And
foot.
I ordered some of those. And there was something else I wanted to say about this, and I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have a pillow, so I just used stuffing.
Yes, it's totally fine.
Which is fine
if
you're just going to use it for just a decorative item. But
absolutely love it. So this is for all you ladies without the serger that want to do your pillows with piping or bags with piping or anything with piping and inserting a zipper. That's what Michelle's going to be showing you.
Marlene, that's a great idea. So.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, if you don't have IQ Designer or Design Center, Clear Blue Tiles.
Clear Blue Tiles works, or even if you have any kind of purchased quilting design, like one of the designs by Juju,
and
or
an embroidery machine. But I mean, how big was that? What size hoop did you need? What did you need to put it in?
Which is why I showed my little technique for cheating. You're going to take one of your fat quarters because it's the front and the back is done with one color. So you cut one of your fat quarters in half, stuff the foam in the middle, and then quilt it. So it was easy peasy to do it with just floating the hoop on the top.
Maybe an 8x12.
That's what I used on my multi-needle.
Okay, 8x12 probably. I don't know if that would fit into maybe a 6x10.
I think you could do a 6x10.
Maybe 6x10.
Yeah, because you're not. So the biggest piece that you're cutting out that has to be one piece is this background.
Yeah.
So you have plenty. It's by any always gives you plenty when you get done. So you're only cutting out this one major big piece here, which is the front and the back. It's just one piece, and then this little pocket piece. So. I think a 6x10 hoop would do it easy.
I love this. And if you're looking to make like some quick gifts, maybe you're doing craft fairs, get ready for the holidays. Yeah. These are so fantastic. I mean, I just love this.
Yeah.
I love it. And you can personalize it. You can embroider it. You can put somebody's name. You could do all sorts of stuff to this. So there's some upcoming classes. And then we're gonna get going. Did you have something else to talk about? I had one more thing
to watch about. Yeah, so a lot of you have like Solaris 3s, Visions, or you have Luminaire 3s. And you never got like the upgrade 1 class or the upgrade 2 class because it came with your machine. And then there's those of us that started at the beginning and we got them all because we had to buy all of those upgrades as a separate package. So I'm working on getting an upgrade 1 class on the schedule. The upgrade 1 had the auto split quilt sashing, among other things. That's the biggest thing. So if you struggle with the auto split quilt sashing, and you don't use that because you're uncomfortable with it, this is a good class for you. And then also upgrade 2, which upgrade 2 had the hexagonal, which I'll tell you what, if I hadn't had to do it and create it for a class, I don't know if I would have figured it out. It just, sometimes it takes a little time, among other things. So those two.
And endpoint, would the endpoint be
sticker
different now that upgrade 3 came out and they have the taper?
I don't think that the original endpoint sticker, using it with the red decorative stitches, is any different now than because we got taper. Sorry. But if you struggled in the class when we did taper for upgrade 3 and think, oh, I'll never use this, wait till you see what you can do with your decorative stitches when you're actually trying to decorate something. And you need your hearts to stop at a specific place. That's what your endpoint sticker does, so that it stops exactly where you want it to stop with an entire heart so that you can turn a corner. So I think there's a lot of value in both of those classes. I'm going to rewatch them myself, but I'm working on getting those on.
Awesome. All right.
Sorry.
Have a great day. Be creative and make something awesome. We'll see you Friday which is tomorrow, for a giveaway. And call Patrick.